kick off into QS SortOf. We just caught this series. I saw that this was getting started. I wasn't sure what the other matches were doing, so I decided just to jump into this right away. We had to swap over to the Asian server, etc., so the Korean server. So here we are. Oh my god, my overlay is wrong for this server. I hate myself. Let me just get that fixed, guys, for a quick second. 1 second. I can do this, but let me make sure it's fixed for the next game first. Accept, return. We will just turn the overlay off quickly here. Tell you what, I will copy paste it. Paste as new source, so I don't have to reposition it, is all I'm worried about. Having to reposition it could be annoying. And I can run this over here, and we can get this going. Perfect. That should be fine for now, and we'll deal with the rest of it later. It'll be back to the other overlay as soon as this game's done, guys. Ready for game 2. Just because we changed server, and the server preferences don't usually save UIs. Anyways, so yeah, we get this going. Reaper coming across the map from Cure. He's the blue Terran bottom left, sort of the red Zerg top right. I don't know if I actually did introductions. I think I got distracted by the overlay. So, oh my god, the overlay is actually really bad. Yeah. Hang on 1 second then. Let me fix this even more than I already did. I'll just make it a little bit smaller for now. And again, we'll get that fixed up after this game. There's, again, only so much we can do about this right now. That should be pretty much okay, though. Awesome. Thank you so much for Clock Bash, the $4.20 donation. Appreciate it. I'll read it out after the game. Again, trying not to read out donations during games and stuff at the minute. Command Center dropping down the third base, though. Secure very quickly into the 3CC. Single gas. Pretty much as greedy as you can be in the TvZ matchup. So a couple of Hellions to begin with here. This usually follows up in towards Bio because you don't have a lot of gas to play mech. So you get your couple of extra racks, your engineering bays. And again, you don't have to apply that much pressure beyond the Reaper and the Hellions, as you just have a good SCV count yourself to get that going. So it's going to be seeing the Reaper coming back down through the center of the map, and, well, we see the link speed is already on the way up right here from SortOf, so getting that started up as well, getting that underway. So that link speed coming through should be nice for him as we see the couple of queens, well, they're spreading creep forwards onto the map here at the moment, so creep spreading through, the extra racks, there we go, talked about that. They're going to be coming in right now, as we're going to be seeing that stim pack is coming down here as well from Cure. Command Center in the main base going to morph in towards an orbital as well, so getting that started up. And as we do see a Marine over to the left-hand side, is going to start picking its way. The couple of Marines are going to start picking their way through this Overlord. So Overlord's going to start taking quite a little bit of damage here, actually, as we do see it going down. On the other side, again, a few more Lings on the way up. Ling speed coming through, extra racks, as we mentioned before. As they finish up this setup from Cure, is looking very good. And again, at this stage of the game on Cerulean, I mean, we see a lot of kind of Lingbane Hydra styles on this map. Lingbane Muta obviously works quite nicely as well. So there's a couple of different options. See you later, Rifkin. Thank you so much for dropping by. You were lurking all day, were you? Thank you so much, dude. Appreciate it. Have a good sleep, dude. As you do see those Lings from sort of backing away back towards the center. And we are going to be seeing, again, 10 drones just on the way up right now. So 10 drones coming in. Sort of just droning heavily at this stage. I think at this point he found out about the third CC, so he knows there's no real pressure for a little while, so he knows he can be a bit greedy. So again, just getting set up into all of that. There's tons and tons of drones on the way out here at the moment. Loads of drones on the way out. Now we do see double engineering bay coming down from Cure. One on the front, one in the back of the natural. Queens from sort of not sure why they're coming so far off of creep. Creep is pushing down this direction, but maybe just try and do something about these Hellions. Anyways, the Zerglings get a good surround. Reaper and a Hellion goes down, and that other Hellion should be able to be chased for the next couple of moments here. So other Hellion should be chaseable as the 1-1 melee upgrades come through. The Bane and Nest coming in on the main base as well. So 1-1 melee upgrades, main Bane and Nest. Again, Ling Bane for the moment. So again, Ling Bane Hydra, very popular here. Ling Bane Muta, obviously still a choice. The other thing we've got to worry about maybe is the potential of just going straight up to Hive and playing pure Ling Bane. I don't like that so much on Cerulean because I feel like it just doesn't feel, because it's not as large of a map, you've got to have a bit of a tougher time defending with just Ling Bane. You've got to be very run by heavy, although it is a good map for run bys. There is different ways to get across. As we do see, the Marines just going to stim in, and they're just going to be able to pick up a couple of these creep tumors already, so getting a little bit of damage done. So a bunch of creep being picked off here. That drone goes down as well. And these other Marines just going to run over to the right side. Lings are going to run forwards. They're going to get a little bit of a surround here as the Queen's actually doing a good job targeting the medevacs. I like that. Actually pulled the Lings back until he was able to get a proper surround. Oh, that medevac's super low, and the Queens will chase it, but they will not get it. Even with it turning a corner, isn't able to do too much as we see those two medevacs of Q are now moving out into the center of the map. So they're moving out in towards the upper right-hand side here. And as you do just see Banelings morphing in from SortOf, they're going to be finishing up as well. So getting those Banelings up now as we see a Spire dropping down. Again, you're going to be seeing that Baneling speed is getting up. 14 more Zerglings on the way out too. And those Marines still just gathering up on the right. A few Marines pressing forwards. Again, a little bit of creep so far. Just spreading out as we do have the +2 melee upgrades coming in. The 1-1 upgrades as well here from Cure continue to come on through. Armory on the way up from Cure as well. All of this getting set to go now as we're going to be seeing Marines loading up en masse into these medevacs. 17 Banes coming in. Just going to see those Zerglings coming down the left side. And again, Cure just coming up the right and seeing what he can do. Zerglings continue to run over here from SortOf as well. So continue to get this set up. Just a little bit of a run by. I mean, actually will get a depot kill here perhaps. In fact, he will. That's a really nice shutdown. It's just a depot, but depot's been working. You're going to see the Spire though. Mutalisks will be the choice here for the kind of lair-based tech. Lings continue to run in. And you see the medevac's going to lift up those Marines, and Cure just continue to drop around. He's been applying so much pressure lately. That's what the Mutas are coming in to stop from happening. As we are going to be seeing the Marines stepping in from the right side. Queens transfusing each other up. The Lings coming in, and well, already one of the medevacs going down. So in the end, a good defense from SortOf. And Cure is still just all over the place. Picks off Crypt Tumors to the left side as well. Lifts up, gets away to the top left. Has another set of medevacs and Marines in the middle of the map. All of this just going crazy at the moment. I mean, just again, a big scan here and picking off even more Creep Tumors. A Mutalisks goes down. Widowmines are going to be pretty huge. That Widowmine there has a ton of kills on it, 20 plus. That's pretty crazy. 4 more Mutas on the way out. 2-2 still coming in. I tell you what, Q has forgotten his +2 armor upgrade, so that is a bit of a mistake for him here. Just gets that started now, and that is costly. And as we'll see that 4th command center on the way up in the center. A few Widowmines moving over to the right-hand side, so they're going to get set up as we see Marines in the back of the mineral line picking away at a few of these Marines. I mean, again, medevacs now really will start to go down. There's still been a good little distraction to get forwards and clean up even more creep spread here. And Cure really has been just controlling this for quite a while. Lings continue to drop as Marines still stimming up this side. More and more Lings going down. On the left side, Lings and Bane starting to move forwards, and they will just see those SCVs pulling away. More Marines going to be running over as well, as we still have Ling Bane set to roll on through. Quick answer to a question I'm sure is actually kind of popular in the chat. SortOf and Cure, because they're both in Korea, can play the Korean server. The default server for the EU server qualifier is Europe, but if both players are in another region, they can both play on that region's server instead. So we see Marines pressing forwards. A couple of Banes going off as we see Marines, again, cleaning out some more of this creep spread. Muta's coming all the way down to the bottom side. Widowmine goes off to get a Muta. I mean, the Muta's trying to be aggressive, but the 4 instantly in position, and, well, Marines as well. SortOf not being able to do too much with these Mutas just yet, and I tell you what, he might get intercepted here. Marines are going to start running underneath, and SortOf is quick to respond, pulls his Mutas out the way, paying big amounts of attention to them. Cannot let them just fly over Marines, because that would be absolutely disastrous. Truly. Medevac there will go down as we still see these Marines moving around through the bottom side. More Lings and Banes. Again, the Widowmine shot. It's not huge. It's only a few Lings, but it's something that's not going to be cleaned up, so they might even get more before it gets taken down here. Lings still running over the left-hand side from SortOf. Baneling still coming through the center of the map. Big stim from these Marines are actually going to find all of those Banes. A lot of those Banelings do cancel up as we see the Ling Bane continuing down to the bottom. Plenty Fortress is putting in some work, picking off a whole bunch of these Zerglings. Banes don't really do anything at all. A couple of SCVs going down, and again, the Ling Bane coming in towards the upper left. 40 more Zerglings on the way out from SortOf. +2 flyer attack upgrade on the way in at the moment. Marines will stim in. They will pick up a couple of drones, so only a few workers going down. On the left side, these Banes going to be rolling forwards as well. We'll want to press forwards here too. So we're seeing there's a couple of Marines on the left side going to get picked off, and a little bit of bio from Cure, just chilling out. Widow Mine will go off on just a single zone. Great split away by SortOf there. At the same time, though, Cure has a big push up the right side of the map, pushing straight in to pick off a Queen. And we've seen this hatchery in some trouble as well now. Have a couple of Queens continue to come over. Lings are going to start streaming in, but he needs the Banes here as well. Problem is the Banes just aren't here. Going to run the Lings in, but Widow Mine's done burrow and reburrow. And that was a lot of Lings given up to actually not really do anything, because I'm pretty sure they didn't kill anything. Couple of Widow Mines. Ooh! Going in all over the place. Let's see, Widow Mine's eventually going to be running out of steam though, so Mutas will survive, if only on very low HP. And it does pick off this entire mineral line, so these Mutas continue to do very well. Mutas continue to deal quite a lot of damage. Orbital will lift up, as we see on the right side. Widow Mine's going to burrow, and Marines still pressing forwards, blown up a little bit here and there. Here we go, Lings and Bane's going to start running in. Marines will have to spread out en masse here from Cure, as SortOf will be able to clean up the majority of this. There's a few Marines left over, enough Lings, I think, to then push those away. On the other side of the map, and this entire base has been pulled away. It's not dead, but it has to be evacuated. And Cure starting to run out of steam just a little bit here. Banes and Lings continue to come down through the bottom side. This is actually kind of crazy. I mean, Cure is running out of steam really fast, and SortOf turns this around with a couple of really good fights. And now he's just got the momentum, but he's about to get ultras, free upgrades, and kite in display, and these ultras are about to be really sick. And I don't think Cure is really ready to deal with ultralisks at all. Medivacs moving around. Just going to see the Mutas able to pick up these Medivacs pretty easily. And just going to be seeing the Marines in the background getting picked off. Lings, Ultras, Banes setting up in the center of the map. Marines and the Medivac on the top right hand side still just chilling out here. I was going to be seeing the We're still hanging out. The Ultra's going to start pressing forwards. You can see that Widow Mine is on cooldown. And coming across the map. Widow Mine's going off here as we're going to be seeing the little amount of damage being done. 9 SCVs going down. Going to be pushing forwards here again. A couple of Widow Mines going to be going in. Ultras pressing through. Widow Mines going to be going off again. And, well, I mean, the Widow Mines are doing a good job of trying to slow us down, but the Ultras keep on pressing forwards here. And they are going to be able to break up this ramp. Mura's coming in as well. And again, the Ultras are going to keep on pushing through. Going to be GG. SortOf takes game number 1 of this best of 3. Great play. Alright, let me fix the overlay then, guys. We should just delete this and turn this one back on. Et voila. That's exactly what I was just messing around with at the start of the last game. Alright. To the bottom right hand side, we have our blue Terran player. This is Cure. And to the top left, our red Zerg, SortOf. I mean, the whole point of the NA EU server kind of like server qualifiers is the point that it leaves it open to anyone to play, but this qualifier is dedicated towards it gives advantage to European players, for example, because you play on the European server at a European friendly time zone, right? So, oh wow, big ship leaving. So yeah, European server gets that European server advantage. You know, same as the NA server gets the NA server advantage because you can play in an NA friendly time on the NA server. Obviously, once players are in, players are in Korea, they're allowed to play. just they have to play on the NA server. But if 2 players are both in Korea, they may as well play on the Korean server, because there is absolutely there's absolutely no reason to kind of play on the NA or the EU server anymore. It basically just leaves the region, the server, it basically makes it a fair set of qualifiers. Anyone can play in any qualifier, but each qualifier has, you know, it'd be really shitty if all the qualifiers were on the Korean server, right? Because then there's going to be ping advantages or ping disadvantages. So by giving each region a qualifier, it's actually very important. It gives, you know, it makes it a lot fairer overall, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Crowtail with the 53-month resub as well. Thank you so much, dude. That's the longest resub on the channel. That's crazy. So many big resubs today, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Anyways, let's get into this game, because this is kicking off, and SortOf and Cure are in a big matchup here. Again, in terms of where we're at in the bracket right now, you know what? Snoot is actually in the qualifying round. Isn't that crazy? Snoot, what a legend. He's going to play as Ziggy or Hugh, actually. He's a bit further up in the bracket. Snoot's going to play either Ziggy or... Wow, I think Ziggy maybe. Wow, Snoot actually might have that. That's pretty sick for Snoot. Meanwhile, Rail is in the qualifying round. Cyan is in the qualifying round, playing in from China. That's actually kind of crazy. He's going to potentially play Gumiho, though. That might suck a little bit. Bunny and Cass are playing. The winner of that plays Fantasy or Bly. We're actually in game with Bunny on the other screen. The winner of Cure and SortOf will play the winner of Neeb and Shino. So we'll actually probably jump into that for our qualifying match, providing it doesn't get delayed too much, as we are starting to get towards qualifying matches here, which is best of 5s, to see who actually qualifies to the second stage of this qualifier, which takes place tomorrow. And the 2 Hellions and the Reaper moving around down into the center, seeing what's going on here. You can see that Ling speed starting up from SortOf, and again the Queen and a few Zerglings continue to come through as well. Banshee on the way up, and the Cloak as well from Cure. And as again, just going to be seeing these couple of units moving around and seeing currently what is going on. The Hellions going to try and run by here, deal some early damage. Seeing what they can maybe get done. Answer, not really all that much just yet, as they're continuing just to be pushed away at the moment. Hellions continuing to take quite a few shots. And again, they do get turned away pretty quickly. Thank you, Moonsilver, for the $3 as well, guys. Again, I'll shout you all out properly between the games. Just want to say quick thank yous. Cloak on the way up then from Q, as we mentioned before. The first Banshee is out. Some Hellions still having to deal with these Zerglings on this side, though. There's that one Banshee of Q starting to run over to the left-hand side. Command center coming up in the main base. And again, the ledge is coming through here from SortOf. Getting that going. 7 drones on the way up. And Baneling Nest going to drop down from SortOf here as well. Let's get this going. Hellions dealing a good little bit of damage. A couple of Hellions going down pretty quickly, actually. Here are going to be able to clean these up in the end. And the lair about to finish up now from SortOf. He's dropping down that Baneling Nest on the front. Again, for now, just Ling Bane will go into Bane speed pretty quickly. So kind of following up from that, be interesting to see what happens. Those Hellions getting some drones still in the main. That's kind of amusing. Don't know why they were still alive. Anyways, Banshee deflected for the moment. Banshee number 2 comes over. There's the Spire again. So once again, going to try a very similar style to what we just saw in the previous game. That Ling Bane Muda currently looking towards being the setup right now. As we are going to be seeing Hellions coming up to the top. And they're going to get ready to potentially run on by. He's going to go diving in towards the natural, but a Queen in position, able to push those Hellions away. And a couple of Banshees going to be able to get rid of a couple of drones. So 2 workers going down. So a couple of workers getting picked off there. Hydralisk Den coming up on the third bases again. Just a few more drones getting picked away at here. And she's actually doing a pretty good job against those Queens as well, as they continue to move away down the bottom side though. Banshee moving back in on the left and is going to come through. Able to pick off a drone right away and a second drone as well pretty easily. That Spire now completing from SortOf. And so the Mutas will come up. But I tell you what, it's Mech from Cure this time around. It's a big change up. Now, Mutas against Hellion Cyclone. Oh, I've seen them be a very kind of real mixture of success and failure. I feel like in this case, there's only really like a very low number of Mutas coming up here. So I feel like it kind of sort of sets it up for failure because it feels like the Cyclones will deal with those fairly easily. Gonna get interesting. Alright, well, those Hellions coming over, and they're gonna see the Lings and a couple of Banes running through. Lings taking quite a bit of damage there as the Hellions pushing forwards. Creep Tumor will go down. More Zerglings on the way up. +1 melee and +1 missiles currently coming through. The Hydra speed coming in as well. As we have got the Hellions still moving back down to the bottom right side. Muta's gonna fly in and gonna get a couple of SCV kills. But here come the Cyclones, right? And I mean, the Cyclones should be able to shut this down a little bit, although they're going to go towards the main. He's going to evacuate the third for the moment, maybe waiting for more Cyclones or so. I guess it makes sense. Doesn't have too many just yet. 11 Hydras on the way up, as again, the Mutalisks going to get pushed away a little bit there. So the Cyclone lock-on is good to push them back just slightly. Yeah, we just wait to see what is next with this, as we see. Yeah, Muta's just going to hide away in the corner. Again, switching it in towards Lingbane Hydra is going to have some real success, I think. I mean, I feel like Lingbane Hydra is one of my favorite ways of dealing with this kind of Cyclone Hellbat style. Biggest issue is that because of the Mutalisks, it does feel as though SortOf is not really being able to set Destroy up into that. He's kind of wasted a lot of money and not really gotten much done for it. Again, Hydra coming forwards here. You can see those few drones moving down the left side as well. Some extra Banelings currently morphing in with an Overseer sat overhead. So sort of getting that Overseer up. As we do see Hellions and Cyclones, they're going to head down to the bottom left side. The Blue Flame Hellions ready to try and get something done here as well. As just going to be having the Hydras. Obviously, actually kind of weak against Blue Flame Hellions usually, so you have to be a little bit careful with that. This is going to be dealt with by the Cyclones. Yeah, you gotta be really careful with the Hydras. The Blue Flame Hellions will roast those, so you gotta be a little bit cautious. Banshee from early in the game coming back up to the top side again now. Coming straight in here as you see these Hellions and the Cyclones. Also just moving around in the center of the map to see what else they can do at the moment. Just gonna be seeing a couple of Creep Tumors. Getting picked away right away there. I'm just going to be seeing the Lingers. Ooh, getting surrounded though. Oh no! Cure's just going to lose everything. Oh my god. Cure has just lost absolutely everything. That's crazy. Well, these Hydras continue to push around as well. Is Cure in some real trouble here right now? Well, he may really be. I mean, these Hydras obviously don't have much to kind of shut them down because there isn't really that kind of number as before. I mean, you're just not meant to lose all those units as Cure sort of just destroys Cure in this series. Wow!